I would rather swing and miss with Dwayne Haskins than I would ride or die with Case and Colt.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what you got with Case and Colt. They're journeymen at this point. This is a guy who you can legitimately pin your hopes on. He's got he's real arm talent. Some questions about his play sort of underneath center. He's not an unbelievable athlete by any means, but he appears to be a student of the game. He's a real arm talent. He's raw, but let's see. He's good enough for Ohio State. Let's see if he's good enough at the next level.
Plus, he's your potential long-term solution.
Absolutely.
Alex Smith was not a long-term solution. He was a guy that was going to come in, and if he stayed healthy, would have played here 2 or 3 years, probably not 4, 2 or 3 years. This is a guy that if he hits, he's your quarterback for the next decade.
Yep.
So that's had to come into the equation.
He's worth swinging and missing on.
Right.
So,
especially at the value.
props.
They got good
15.
value. I mean,
They didn't have to trade up.
To get him in the middle of the first round instead of moving up to 6, 8, or 10
Yep.
is a win for the
And
Redskins.
props to Diana Rossini, who nailed it.
Yep.
She was all over it.
Yeah. She's got some good sources over
Apparently she does.
She was all over it.
there.
So props to Diana for sure.
I didn't stay up for this. I just couldn't. My body told me it's time to shut it down.
Right.
Not sure what time that was when they selected,
I don't
but
even know.
Did you
10,
make it like
10:30.
to the Jacksonville pick? I think they picked at 7.
No, I made it to. I saw Daniel Jones.
Okay.
I think it was right after Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what time that was. 9.
That was
So-
probably past 9. Because,
Yeah, whatever it was,
They
yeah.
probably didn't make the first pick until like 8:20.
Yeah. It was probably
8:25.
9:15, 9:20. My body just said it can't do it.
Right.
And then I was just trying to do the math. There was no way I was going to be able to stay up. But I'm sure Redskins fans, obviously stayed up for the entire first round and certainly were probably pleasantly surprised they moved up. And how many spots did they move up in that for that 26 spot?
I don't know how many spots it was
Yeah.
total.
But you get 2 legitimate players in the first round,
Yeah, I think it's super exciting. I know Drabby, whose team perennially always trades down on draft day,
Right.
said he was jealous of Skids fans. Skids fans get something to cheer about on draft day.
It's the best day of the year if you're a Redskins fan. Every year, they see these big stars tumbling down the draft board. Everyone knows the names. You get butt sized. Now, I don't know about their scouting department. It might be poop. They just get sized for these big names.
All right.
But it's fun to be a Redskins fan in April.
Right.
Hey,
Well,
that's all we
what
got.
That's what I said.
That's all we
It's
got.
fun on draft day, and then the season starts.
Yeah.
I know, but it's perfect. Did you guys see the anthem last night when they picked Haskins? The
No.
place exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, fans were losing their mind.
Well, there was
This is
a
a
big cheer.
fan-friendly pick. There's no doubt about it.
In the 2019 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Dwayne Haskins.
They have the Redskins band out there?
That was quite a pop. Do you also have the pop when the Giants selected Daniel Jones? I don't think it was quite as thunderous, but I think Redskins fans were butt-sized to see the Giants reach for Daniel Jones at 6 overall.
I was really surprised he went that high.
The Skins fans went nuts when that happened.
I'll be honest, I'd said it in the last 3 or 4 days that I was previously working up a little bit of a lather for him because I figured everybody else would be gone. And at 15, we could take him. And Charlie compared him to Brad Johnson. So I was really wrapping my brain around. I had no idea he'd go at 6.
Draft T-shirt. Did you get a chuckle? I'm not sure which network you were consuming the draft on because they were hopping around to different spots. Either the college bars of where these kids were drafted or like a bar in the Pro City. So when Oakland was about to select, they did a crowd shot from, I think it was a bar in Vegas.
That was the worst.
And there were
So
like,
embarrassing.
There were six fans.
It's called Legends, I think.
Yeah, there were like 8 people in Raiders gear.
It looked like a Junkies appearance.
It looked like the bar that John Taffer's going to walk into and bar rescue.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Right.
Yet they go out to like Iowa City when Hawkinson is drafted, and there's 1 million people drinking like Busch Light and going crazy.
Yeah. They don't have the fever yet
The
in
Raiders
Vegas.
bar just made me chuckle.
I mean, they don't even play there yet.
I know, but it's just funny that ESPN's like, we got to get this crowd shot from Legends.
It wasn't a good
in
look.
Vegas about all of these rowdy Raiders fans.
It was like visiting the Junks at some retail spot in the mall.
And by the way, Nashville, the crowds
hottest
in
place in the
Nashville.
country.
I couldn't believe
When
it.
they
It's
were
the
doing-
hottest place in
when
the
they were
country.
doing
I
the
couldn't
overhead zoom shot of the drone or whatever it was,
It looked like New Year's Eve.
I mean, it was stretching for blocks and blocks.
I know.
All people talk about is Nashville. How freaking cool it is.
I mean,
I know, but the people are just locked in there, just standing there for hours.
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, like, there's no scenario where I would be in that crowd.
No.
Just too many people.
No, but you might go to the bars and hang
might
out.
go to the bars, but
Just stand in the street.
Could you get a drink?
I
mean,
could.
how crowded are the bars if the streets are like that?
I was stunned by the turnout in Nashville. I expected it to be big, but not that big.
I was talking to Eric before the show. Everybody loves to just joan on Goodell all the time. He's the worst. He turned the NFL draft into something special.
I can't credit him.
He's in charge.
marketing
It
guys.
doesn't matter. He's in charge.
Right.
It used to be at noon in a ballroom.
Right.
With Donk Jets fans.
Right.
Right.
That thing last night was awesome.
We used to be there every
Yeah.
year.
I mean, we went when it was back in New York City, like probably late 90s,
Right,
early 2000s.
there might be a couple thousand
and it
people
was a big
there.
event. I mean, it was still a big event at that point.
Yeah, but
it's-
it was in
is-
like some side room at Madison Square Garden.
Right.